What if the Ottoman Empire had survived until today? Imagine a world where the Ottoman Empire never collapsed. No World War I defeat, no division by European powers, and no rise of modern Turkey as a republic. How would our world look today if the Ottomans had continued to rule into the 21st century? Let's take a journey through this alternate timeline. A brief background: the Ottoman Empire was founded in 1299 and lasted over 600 years. At its peak, it ruled vast territories in the Middle East, North Africa, and southeastern Europe. Its capital was Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, and it was known for its Islamic leadership, multicultural population, and a long tradition of administration and military power. The empire began to weaken in the 1800s due to internal corruption, rising nationalism, and pressure from European powers. Eventually, it joined the losing side in World War I and was dissolved in 1922. But in this alternate history, that doesn't happen. How did the empire survive? Let's say the Ottomans remained neutral in World War I. They avoided war and focused on internal reforms. A visionary sultan rises to power around 1908. He modernizes the military, introduces constitutional rule, gives more rights to different ethnic groups, and builds strong infrastructure. This keeps the empire united and stronger than ever. Nationalist uprisings in the Arab world and Balkans are dealt with peacefully through autonomy and representation in a centralized imperial government. The empire transforms into a multi-ethnic federation, like the Austro-Hungarian Empire once tried to be. The modern Ottoman Empire. By 2025, the Ottoman Empire is a global power. Its territory includes Turkey, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, and Jordan, parts of Saudi Arabia, like Hejaz and Mecca, Egypt, Balkans, Bosnia, Albania, Macedonia, Kosovo, parts of North Africa, Libya, Tunisia. Now let's look at how things would be different in various areas. 1. Middle East peace. There might be no Israel-Palestine conflict. The Ottomans had allowed Jews, Christians, and Muslims to live in relative peace. Jerusalem was governed with respect to all religions. Without British promises and divisions, the land would remain under Ottoman administration. The Arab world wouldn't be divided into so many small, often unstable countries. Instead, they'd be united under one federal system with regional governments. Civil wars in Syria, Iraq, and Libya might never happen. 2. Religion and politics. The Ottoman Empire was led by a sultan, who was also a caliph, the leader of the Islamic world. In this world, there would be no Wahhabism from Saudi Arabia spreading extremism. Islam might have remained more moderate, following the traditions of Ottoman tolerance. The empire would likely become a constitutional monarchy. The sultan would be a symbolic figure, like the Queen of England, while an elected parliament would run the government. 3. Modernization and economy. Thanks to stability and size, the empire becomes a regional superpower, something like the European Union and Saudi Arabia combined. With oil from Iraq and Libya, tourism from Istanbul and Egypt, trade from the Suez Canal, and industry from Anatolia, the Ottoman economy is booming. Education and technology would advance. Universities in Baghdad and Cairo would be centers of research. Istanbul would be like a Middle Eastern London or New York. 4th, Europe and global politics. Europe would have to deal with a powerful Islamic empire on its doorstep. NATO would look different. Turkey wouldn't need to apply to the EU. It would lead its own alliance of Muslim and developing nations. The Cold War might have gone differently too. The Ottomans might have stayed neutral or created a third bloc, neither capitalist nor communist. 5. Cultural influence. Ottoman culture, food, music, architecture would influence the world even more. Imagine Ottoman Netflix shows, Ottoman-style fashion, and Ottoman soft power in Africa and Asia. Arabic and Turkish might be more widely spoken. Ottoman calligraphy, philosophy, and art would be taught in universities globally. Case study: the city of Jerusalem. In our real world, Jerusalem is a contested city, but under continued Ottoman rule, it may have remained a peaceful holy city, governed fairly for all three religions. This would prevent decades of conflict and even terrorism. Audience question, think about this. Would a powerful and united Muslim empire have prevented the rise of modern-day extremism and war in the Middle East? Let us know what you think in the comments. Final thoughts. The survival of the Ottoman Empire would have changed everything. Borders, wars, religions, economies, even your daily news headlines might be different. But history took another path. The empire fell and the modern Middle East was born, with all its struggles and hopes. Still, it's fascinating to wonder, what if the Ottoman Empire had never fallen?